welcome back, folks. After sort of a lengthened break there, but we are jumping into game 2. On the blue side, we have Guerrilla Radio, and on the purple side, we have WCF. Nope, just kidding. Reverse that. WCF on the blue side, Guerrilla Radio on the red side. Today, I'm joined by Tree and Thrifty for a tri-cast of what I think will be the game of the season, the game of the regular season.
Yeah, man.
How you guys doing?
Doing great. Looking forward to seeing a highlight of the baddie of the baddie league.
Right. Yeah, and people are probably wondering why do you gotta bring in 3 casters for such a low-key game? I don't think spectators understand this is not a low-key game. There is so much on the line for this right now. The pride of all 10 of these players, really all of the organization is on the line. Should be a shit show. And I'm excited.
And it's an important shit show because if WCF loses this game, they are most likely, just based off the track record, going to be last place guaranteed for the season. Actually, no, they are guaranteed last place. Yeah, if they lose, they're guaranteed last place.
Yep.
And Guerrilla Radio, if they beat Guerrilla Radio, they can force a tiebreaker to avoid the dreaded last place in the baddie league.
Yes, the most shameful of standings. But yeah, let's just start talking about the champ select here, and the Heimerdinger ban is brought through on Zed. Also, we should mention Zed is once again subbing in for Guerrilla Radio this week, and yeah, that's something I thought I'd never see in the SBL, especially this season with Zed as a non-starter, as a non-player, actually.
Oh,
right.
Ended up to be a most valuable coach. He's been seeing some action. He's played 2 different roles even. Who knows? Maybe he's just gonna sample the Summoner's Rift, go through, play every role.
We got the Mordecai Zabram bot lane coming out.
Yeah, Swift. If anyone knows him, big Mordekaiser fan. Mordekaiser is pretty strong in the bottom lane nowadays, and okay, he's all right. Those last nerfs on this patch 5.18 seem to hit him pretty hard.
Yeah.
He'll be paired with Cruise Master on Braum. So a very safe lane, if anything. A lot of sustain, a lot of shields.
Oh Jesus, their team.
And
Fiora and Kale.
You gotta imagine that'd be Kale jungle for Thermidor there. Have we seen a Kale jungle like back in week 1 when Devourer came out?
I'm sure we saw one this season.
Yeah. It's been a long time though.
Yeah, Kale. Yeah, right when Devourer came out, Kale jungle was very big in solo queue. But that's interesting. That's pretty cool, actually. Cool little team comp there with protecting Fiora, or hell, even Mordekaiser.
Yeah, they're a team with a lot of damage right now. That is for sure.
Yep.
Their tankiness is reliant on sustain and Kale at the moment, but we'll see what they rounded out.
Yeah, let's talk about the team comp for WCF, and over this season we've seen a lot of ups and downs for WCF. Unfortunately, none of them turned into wins. They always seem to have an early game lead, or just they show momentum. They show like they're doing something, and then always throw in a tremendous way. And today their team comp is interesting. Jungle Echo, which I don't think we've seen a lot this season.
Wang's been playing a lot of it.
Okay, spamming solo queue with that.
Well, he's also played it in the baddie league.
Oh, I guess he has. I guess he's the only one, I think. Or maybe Dubdrum might have played Echo on the match.
Echo's been played by Sharkbait as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, nice. And he's a pretty good jungler. Just sort of fell out of like the high priority picks for jungle. I think maybe a patch ago or something like that. But kinda so Wayne corrected me. He's played him 3 times, and he plays him AP, not tank. So that's something to spectating the game. Okay, there we go. That's something to take note. Usually you see those tank echoes in the jungle, but he will be building damage. And the last pick overall going into Zed will be Malzahar. So it looks like a Malzahar versus Varus mid. But let's talk about Purple Pickle Pie with Varus mid. What do you guys think of that?
It's a lot of poke, a lot of physical damage poke.
Yeah, both the Caitlyn and Varus, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they threw an AP in the jungle in order to have some sort of AP damage, and Morgana support can get a decent amount of damage off herself too.
Well, even then, it also just the binding acts as a way to secure a lot of damage. If you land a binding, it makes it very easy for Caitlyn to hit her Peacemaker and Varus to land his arrows.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, pretty much guaranteed. All the Q abilities thrown out by those 3 champions will hit. And then you have Darius thrown into the King team comp. He doesn't make a whole lot of sense. He's not a poke champion per se. He doesn't really offer engage or disengage, but he's a juggernaut. So, of course, he's going to get picked or banned.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the strongest champions on this patch right now. He was obviously more powerful last patch, but he's up there.
Yeah.
He's one of the top bans.
And we actually saw the Darius versus Fiora matchup last week. That's went into the favor of Fiora. How do you guys feel that one plays out? I hear it's kind of a skill matchup, honestly.
For top lane?
Yeah. They have different power spikes, I should say. Like the laning phase can go kind of either way, but Darius really needs to take the initiative and try to get ahead here. Otherwise, the Fiora is just going to snowball out of control.
Yeah, it all really comes down to how long their engages go, because Fiora just wants to dash in, get that vital, and get the fuck out for every fight. And Darius wants to extend it and get that bleed for maximum damage every time.
Yeah. Yeah, and he will most likely be met with a Kale ult. So whoever he targets and gets those stacks on going in for the dunk, a very well placed Kale ult can stop all of that from happening. Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty much a bona fide poke comp out of WCF, and poke comps are usually the hardest type of compositions to pull off, and we're seeing the winless WCF pull that out of their bag of tricks today. Do you think that's just them trying something new, seeing if the spaghetti sticks in the wall?
Something that I also remember is like while poke comps are like the hardest to pull off, the thing is that it's also one of the easiest to misplay against.
Okay.
So at high level, it's definitely a lot more of a risk to pick one. I kind of think. But at this point, they could also just rely on just like instead of hard engaging the grill raider, you know, someone gets poked, they back, someone gets poked, they back, and then like in between their transitions, like they somehow decide that, oh, we caught someone that's hard engaged, and then they, you know, fuck up and try to fight a 3v5 or something along those lines.
Yeah.
So while it is like the hardest gun to pull off, it's also, I mean, it can also punish people that don't understand what pokes do.
Right. Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's just one small lead for a poke comp, and then they can just start sieging endlessly. And if a team doesn't know that you're supposed to hard engage or just not stand under the tower and take the poke comp's gonna, you know, take towers. He's gonna just wipe your whole map away.
Yeah, this team can also, they can kite really well as well.
Oh yeah, they have just enough CC to make the kiting really worth it. You have Var Assault, and then Morg bringing all of the CC she has. For getting the picks or disengaging if the fight comes. You know, as I was just saying, usually hard engage is the answer to poke, right? Because poke champions are weak and they don't do well in the straight 5v5. There's not really engage for Guerrilla Radio. I think that might be a problem for their like later stages of the game. Brahm's really the only one with a big CC ult, but it's so telegraphed. It's not very good for hard engaging per se.
There's a load screen. Just took a little longer than normal.
Yep.
So as far as the team comps, how they stack up in the late game, let's say, or let me ask this question: who do you think is gonna win this game today?
That is a very good question.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I honestly have no clue.
I'd like to say WCF just so no one goes completely, like, no one doesn't get a win. But I have no clue who wins this game.
Do you have an opinion, 30?
don't. I don't have an
See?
opinion. I really honestly don't give a shit. I just want to see an entertaining game, and I think we're gonna see that. We have some very entertaining champions, in my opinion. Echo is always fun to watch, but you have Swift on Mordekaiser, and I think that alone brings a lot of impact to Guerrilla Radio's lineup.
I'm excited to see Mordekaiser. I mean, we've only seen one Mordekaiser game so far since the rework in the Batty League, so I'm excited to see a second one and see how this plays out.
Yeah.
I'm also excited just to see a Malzahar. I mean, Malzahar is kind of a dick champion, but he's still kind of fun to see just because of the
there it
mixing
is.
things up.
Oh, Swift.
Oh, and 9. Oh man, that kick. Oh my god, that's reaching in my opinion. But all right, we'll take that trash talk.
Sorry, Purple. It's only clever if he came up with it, and it was used against his team last season.
Consider turning away. Oh, Zed face checks the tri-bush here, and Albino Joe and John Gruden, the head. Is he still the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I don't know football. I'm sorry.
Okay, I think I asked the wrong people in this channel.
What did you say?
Is John Gruden the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Sports ball.
Sports.
Yep. You asked the wrong two people.
I know. I hopefully someone in Twitch chat can help me out here. I know he was that head coach of Tampa Bay at one point. But John Gruden, if people don't know, that's Garen freaking Balter, aka AJS Hero, aka stop changing your fucking name.
Minions have spawned.
And for those of you who might be confused because you said the get price for Balter's AJS0 and you see AJS0 on the other time, he is now back from Lady AJS0. He has returned to his normal name.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so pretty anticlimactic start to the game here. Nothing came of that face check out of Zed, and both junglers starting on Gromps. Thermidor, I think will take this Gromp. Yeah, he'll take the Gromp.
Yeah, they had Cruz tank it because they're going to get a lot of target stacks right away at the beginning of the lane, so it's going to heal them up.
Yep. Taking out some cupcakes here. That W sustain was nerfed pretty hard this patch on Mordekaiser, so we'll see how well they can fare against the poke.
Yeah, it is definitely weaker in laning phase. It has the potential to be even larger sustaining though in an all-out 5v5 brawl, because if it hits 3, it can hit 3 champions now instead of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Cruz taking pretty decent
Oh,
damage because he's stepping on all
that
the
hidden
cupcakes.
trap, I didn't see that second one, so that was a little cute little play there.
That's some sneaky shit going on.
Yeah, and Cruisemaster, wow, how's he not chugged a health pot? Yeah, and those targeting.
It's the double
Oh,
targets.
the double relic
And-
shield. Yeah, I always forget that. Yeah, the super sustain.
It's the double targets, and Braum also heals his ally when he does that W, or when he does the circle thing.
Yeah.
So he's getting a lot of free heals right now, but he is finally drinking a potion pretty much.
Yep. AJ0 take another binding to the face here. Yeah, I think Joe and John Gruden here, they just have to keep this poke up. Try to take out those
Yep.
health pots, really.
It looks like Cruz and Swift's entire plan here is literally just to face tank the damage.
Yeah, and it's working pretty well. They're looking. Yeah, they're winning this. They
Yeah.
just won this trade in the bot lane. God, this is so frustrating.
I mean, double target is a very powerful thing. I don't remember if you guys when it was first released, when it had the shorter cooldown on the
It's
first
strong,
Yeah.
but
item.
it's not this strong. Joe should be hitting them when they're up.
Oh yeah.
Quick respect flash out of Purple Pickle by Thermidor taking a visit there. Instantly flashes after Kale launched the
I think
Q.
it was a good flash because he doesn't have his other defensive summoner is Ghost. If he went and flashed there, he would have had taken enough damage. He would have had to back instead of being able to stay in lane.
Yep. Yeah, very very heads up flash. You know, a lot of players they might get a little greedy and try to save that flash, but like you said, either forces them back or in the off chance might have lost his life there. Meltar did bring Ignite, and Meltar does quite a bit of damage onto a single target. More trades going down into the bottom lane here. Albino Joe does not have a health pot anymore.
Ooh, like max range Q there from Pickle Pie on his head.
Booze grab going in
And a
on the
fight.
Thor. Yeah, ooh.
Good ball.
Apprehend gets him, yeah. Orange is back with a couple quick smacks of the ruler.
Cruz should be using his final potion.
Yeah, see, I think that's what Albino Joe and John Green needed to do. They just need to keep poking, and hopefully they use the health pots. But more, Aegis here still has 2. And I mean, you have Relic Shield. You just gotta wait for those stacks to come up, so.
They do have 2, but now they can actually go on Cruz.
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
finally out of potions. The targets take a long time to get another stack, so that is a viable strat now. And Thor getting damaged on. He might get
Yeah.
stopped.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Good
flashes out of
flash.
the parallel conversion, so. Once again, a good respect flash. These players are being smart about their flashes. They're not getting greedy trying to save them. They, you know, being alive is better than being dead. That's how you gotta look at it.
Yes.
So both
Boost.
junglers started successful flashes to start off the game here, blowing some flashes.
Yeah,
But
a lot of
look at
fighting going on
the
top.
CS 500 gold lead so far, and that's just out of CS, man. I mean, you got Purple Pickle by amassing quite a large CS lead here, and Boozcraft, he has to flash away, but he flashes before the kill queue. Righteous Glory, Fury, whatever, the KLE is coming in, but it's not going to be enough. Wang was there for the counter gank.
I think he might have gotten saved by the Fiora dashing in to the Q. When he did the Q, because he's got a very large heal off hitting both of them.
I'm not sure, but they are going in. They're counter-engaging now up top.
Yeah, Wang going in. He will land the stun on the Thermidor, and he does. Trying to land those autos.
out of spells,
He's
though.
got the passive and first blood.
Uh-oh.
Echo
Or-
passive's gonna. Oh,
or
Thor's still
Booz.
alive. Going in on the Booze grab, but Booze grab just turns around and ults him. Did he just hit 6?
Yeah, he had
I want to
six.
say that
Oh,
KO might have
man.
been 6.
It was off the experience of the KO kill and minions dying on lane.
Oh,
during that.
jeez. That's so crucial.
It's a great gank coming out of Wang. Good call.
Yeah. Booze grab, that's what he needed in his lane on Darius. He's got the TS lead and a kill up, and he's gonna come back to lane with the Phage already. Fiora, Thor's actually going with the pickaxe. That's no sustain, just
Teleport
straight
coming in
damage.
down here bottom. They're running up. And I don't know who made that call and who didn't realize what was going on. Because Gruden and Joe were both way back at tower.
Yep.
And didn't even attempt to walk up when that teleport came in.
Yeah.
Looks like they're gonna at least try to go and grab Dragon off of that. Though.
Yeah, you kinda have
see
to.
Oh, so you gotta do something. Like, I first saw him starting to recall there. That's the worst thing you can possibly
Nope,
do in that
recall it.
situation.
Not doing Dragon.
Oh man. Oh, they're so indecisive. They keep trying to.
Oh, come on.
Oh man. And Cruz and Aegis here, they're just doing the right thing here. They're just delaying. They're just wasting time while Thor's in that top lane, trying to get that CS lead back. Yeah, Boozcraft, he's gonna take a long walk on the top lane.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, he's
No
taking-
walk of shame.
It's
no.
the walk of shame, dude. That's exactly what that is.
Do 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 do.
Yeah, he
Teleports
doesn't.
down for free. Just
You just walk down and you
He
feel
didn't get anything off of it. He didn't take any damage. He didn't. He
Yeah.
doesn't have anything to go back and buy. So he just.
you walk up
slowly
and you
walks
feel
back
bad
up in
the
the
whole
feed.
time.
Yep.
You just sit there like, well, this sucks.
Oh.
yeah.
And it looks like they did catch Gorilla Radio's bot lane recalling.
I love
They're
that
gonna get the
parry.
Sneak a Dragon.
I love that he can parry the pull and it's a stun, but no damage is done either way.
So the vital that's on the enemy champ, is that randomly placed?
Yes, it's on a
Yes.
random side of him.
Okay. Oh, and yeah. This is a little sneaky dragon here. Nice. I like that. They saw the recall of the bot lane, right?
No, they just kind
for
of
the
guessed
radio?
it. There was no vision on them.
Hmm.
But,
Alright, well
they
then
were
that was a
trying to
really
recall
risky
the
dragon.
thing.
Well, if you know the enemy bot lane well enough, you can usually tell when they're gonna back.
Yeah. I think they actually baited it out because their bot lane started recalling. Joe's about to recall. John Gruden was already back, and then Wang pinged for him to stop recalling.
Oh, so heads up call out of Wang there.
Ooh.
Able to take an early dragon uncontested, which Wang has done a lot this season. So maybe that could be a nice win condition here for that poke comp. You know, you always add more damage onto every ability, right? Or is it just autos? The aspect
What's
of the
that?
dragon. Your attacks. Oh yes. Oh my god. So in a poke comp, dragon is brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, that or Barret, both buffs complement that.
We do have
composition.
Wang top again. But Gruden might be in a bit of danger here too. Might get that stun off.
Ooh, good preemptive Black Shield, gonna stop any fight there, and a counter gank comes in from top lane. Thermidor's on the chase. Camera's down bot though. Love this Jack camera.
Wants to see bot lane, dude. It doesn't give a fuck about everything.
Yeah,
else.
I guess I can't complain, dude, because I like looking at bot lane. Oh, Zed
flash.
flashes in.
He
Also on the
barely
purple
missed
pickle
it.
pie, but not gonna be enough damage.
He didn't have.
If he was in
space
the
aids.
pool, it would have been an easy kill.
Yeah.
If it was in the pool, if he had waited for space aids to hit him, that was just like spells.
Yep.
That's all he had up.
Yep,
I
and
think
Zed
Orphan
also
might-
had Ignite there.
Yeah. They were very close though.
Well, I liked it. It was aggressive play. It just sort of, misexecuted it.
Yeah, he just needed one or two other spells on him. Like
Yeah.
they were out. They just he wasn't taking good damage from them. So
Yep.
Ooh, Boostcraft, he is getting baited out on his
You've got
Q.
it. When your Vital is towards the Fiora, you have to put it you have to play safer. You have to put it against a wall, keep it away from her, because that extra damage will wreck you.
Yeah, and he's not even hitting the Q to get the heal back. It's a little bit of sustain that he does have, not using it.
Something else that he can also do is actually you can walk far enough away from the Fiora to disengage him.
Ooh, John Gruden. Oracle
Fight
comes
bot
out, but
there.
it's only channeled on. Oh, it's actually channeled
Grude's
on the
in danger
boat.
here.
Gruden has to use his ultimate
The
to
trap.
disengage here. The passive's down.
Yeah.
Thermidor flashes in, but he's gonna be stopped by a. Oh, and he gets done up by the snare. The kill out. Where's Dolphin? The tower will pick up the kill. Albino Joe will receive that kill, and the Mortal comes out, but it's not going to be enough damage. Wang comes in for the counter gank, though.
Wang not leaves his target a bit. Oh, he
Stun.
still gets the stun.
Stuns AJ0, but yeah, he's too low. No one's there to help him out.
Yeah, Zero is still full health.
Yeah, wow. So a really sloppy dive out of. It's not. I mean, I guess it really wasn't a dive. They were sort of in front of the tower, and it turned into a dive, and then it became really sloppy.
Yeah, it was probably just greedy by Thermidor there a bit.
Yep.
Because he came in, he like flashed into a trap, and then he tried to use his ult to save himself, but he did it too late. Or
Yep.
actually, I guess any earlier or later, and he would have died anyway because
Yeah.
he just couldn't be there at that health.
Yeah, he might have been able to do it if he waited to time his ulti until right as the tower shot hit him.
Yeah,
And it might have lasted long
saved
enough
him.
to block an additional one. But either way, the combination of that and right as Cruise Master Braum ulted, OGS0 walked right onto a trap, so he couldn't close the distance.
Yeah.
Made for a really brutal combination.
Yep. Oh, Varzal
Missed
goes
ult.
wide on the Thermidor, and he doesn't have a flash, but he will be safe after getting poked by the Varus Q. So much damage, just as a man immune too.
Yeah, just the base damage on that Q is a lot.
Yeah, when you put the levels into it, yeah, that's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
devastating. And Kale doesn't have a lot of sustain, or none, actually, right? She has Devourer, so she starts stacking it up, but she is really
Yeah.
low, and she has to go back.
She's got
Something
heal,
also
but
a lot
it's
of people
pretty
forget.
minor.
Yeah, it's also because you max it last and never it's too big until late game. That's more
Ooh,
utility
good damage
than
on
speed.
Thor. He's chunked down to half. What was that ultimate?
Oh, it's a little early there. Didn't have any stacks, I don't think, on
Yeah,
Thor.
that was honestly the only issue with that ultimate. If he had just gotten 2 or 3 stacks, that would have been a dead Thor.
Yeah.
But he just popped it right away. Now
Yeah,
Thor's
and
just
now,
popping his shield.
now that Thor knows that's down, he might be able to play this one really well.
I mean, he could try and get all the heals off his ult, but oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah, Boozcraft took 2 tower shots there.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a little greedy by Booz, and now he's in an actually pretty dangerous position because Thor has his ult, and
Yeah.
if he gets all those heals off.
Yep. Oh man, Purple Quick Fight, he's doing a good job of launching the Q into the wave, picking up CS, and then also hitting Zed on the back, and that's what you need to do with Varus mid lane.
Yeah, the Q does a ton of damage, and it actually does charge up both base and ratio when he's
Thermidor
charging it.
hauling ass in here. They saw Wang.
Yeah, Wang was spotted out by that ward in that bush. He has to try to ult it, save his life. Thermidor ults himself once again to try to save his life. Ooh, channel Kate ult, but it's body blocked by Keenan's in the bot lane. John Gruden's here though for the 2v2. Thermidor still in the back, just there for support, moral support.
Yeah, pretty interesting fights going on overall, honestly.
Yeah, I thought Wang was dead for sure, but he time shifted away and able to
Yeah, he
stay
had
alive.
a good ult.
Yeah.
Thor managed to stay alive, just barely. Mostly because Wang had to leave, honestly. Otherwise, if he wasn't so in danger dying himself, he would have gone in on it.
Yep.
Through his shield, doing him some work there.
So about a 2k gold lead here. Winter's Bite lands on the Joe. Yeah, he has to net away. He's gotta be safe there. So yeah, 3 kills going over for WCF. So is this? I think this is the lead that this kind of poke comp wanted to get in the early
It's
game.
definitely the lead that we want to get. Something to note though is Wang's team. WCF has consistently gotten these a lot in the early game.
Like going on bot, this might
Yeah.
be bad for Gruden, but his spell shield manages to block that ult.
Yeah.
And they're ready for Dragon.
Yeah, how did they? I mean, they must have saw Wang up top. I think he was spotted by that ward up there.
Yeah, tried to gank top and he got too high ward.
Ooh, uncontested Dragon for the team with Mordekaiser, and he has that Dragon Ghost that's so powerful.
Yeah,
He's in the mid lane. Here comes the mid lane tower push.
And here's the issue: is everyone's doing what what most people do against the Mordekaiser. They don't immediately group mid because that's where the Mordekaiser is gonna go with the dragon.
Yeah, I think Albino, Joe, and Gruden, they just say F it. Let's just down on the bot. Hopefully we can trade towers here.
And I mean that's not a bad call either. I mean they are
Yeah.
now guaranteed going at least 1-for-1. There's a top going on fight though. Actually.
Oh yeah,
Hold on,
2
boost.
vials are popped. There's one. There's the last one. No, the Mooscap gets off the ult
Oh.
and kills Thor before the last one can be popped. Wang going in and Zedekis stops him in his place. Lays down the Malzahar ult and saves his teammate. Malza ult.
And actually, overall, going 1-for-1 kills across the map and 2 towers. Actually, yeah, for blue.
Oh man, so that is probably the worst Mord Dragon push I've ever seen.
Easily.
Yep,
Your
by
team
far.
loses 2 towers while you have dragon? What's going on?
Yeah,
They
I
are
think,
going to get bottom here as well.
That's really rough for Thor to lose that 1v1. That would have been huge
Nope,
for
they're not
Thor,
gonna do it.
but now it's like really snowballing for Boostgraph, and he teleports in, the upper hand down on AGS Hero, but he doesn't care. He's tanky, gets the ghost at Boostgraph, and they're still going. And they'll turn around, make sure they secure that tower. Albino Joe is safe for now.
There's just something a lot of Mords forget is you don't have to take that ghost mid. I mean, a lot of times it is the best choice, but you can also take it bot lane.
Yeah, that might have been a good call too, because they actually knew Wang was in the mid lane. They saw him coming up from top lane, so they already had numbers at mid lane. So 4-2 in kills, still only about a 2k gold lead for WCF.
Tied on dragons, blue has an advantage on towers, so
Something
Yeah.
I've never thought about, if Mordekaiser gets a ghost of you early enough, you can actually revive quick enough to fight yourself.
yep. They increase
The
the ghost
ultimate battle.
duration. It actually happens a lot at early levels just because
Yeah.
the dose duration got buffed. They reworked them.
Yeah, the duration is pretty long on that one. And another tower going down. Both mid towers are the only ones left up here.
Evening out the towers between the two teams here. Thor coming down into the mid lane. Both teams are grouped up into this mid area. I see a big fight break out. There's no clear objective around this area right now. Maybe they're trying to contest the blue. It will go over to WCF. But both mid towers are up, so this is ARAM, boys. Let's do it.
Everyone's mid. We're just gonna slap each other till the fight starts.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think WCF comp they win in that 5v5 stalemate.
WCF's comp is like exactly what they want to have happen. They get all this time for Varus to just chuck arrows. Kate occasionally gets some auto attacks off because they don't have a traditional AD carry on for the radio. So they win this war of attrition unless they mess up and someone gets caught.
Yeah, totally. And Thermidor, he's just trying to farm desperately. He has the Stinger, just trying to get that Satan Devourer though, and Yura also has to try to farm the jungle to stay relevant. Boostcraft opts to go up top. Assault hits, but there's no follow-up because they're under the tower.
And an interesting choice on that ult. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, they obviously weren't going to dive it, so I'm not sure why it got used in the first place. But
Yeah.
with that blue buff, he's chucking out those arrows on cooldown.
Boostcraft's got the Black Saber and a Spectre's Cowl, which is really focused against the enemy team, but not focused against the enemy laner. Might be thinking that he's gonna be more into a team fight situation now, instead of trying to split push against Fiora.
Oh, if these arrows were hitting more, they would already be poked out of that tower.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
just barely managing to dodge them.
Yeah, he took a tower shot there, and 5 members in mid for WCF, and they're doing what their comp's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, just
Tower's
poking.
only at half health though.
And they're a little bit too afraid to hit this. They've got 2 ADs, and
Yeah, I agree. I think they are being a little too afraid here. Man, look, the tower
Yeah,
shots.
what?
Yeah, Albino Joe has to pop the heal. Oh, just not a mismanagement of the minions there on the tower. Yeah, when this wave hits the tower, they just gotta get up and auto attack.
Yeah,
You got
take
2
it.
ranged carries. Go. There we go. Red turret destroyed. Real big
Mordecai's
fight. Ult
bot.
up again. Flashes. Here's the lockup on the Cruise Master. He gets found, and Bootcraft, he flashes in onto the backline, trying to zone out Malzahar for the fight. Bootcraft still trying to tank it to the backline, though. Fiora was able to get the ult off, though. And at the end of the day, it's a 1 for 2 in favor of Guerrilla Radio.
Oh man, that was a dive and a half. I'll tell you what.
They don't need to dive. I don't know. That was a very aggressive flash out of Boostcraft. Thor's really low here. He's playing with fire. He goes in onto Wang, trying to repost some of the damage there. AGF 0, he's there. Mortal goes down. Yeah, see you later. You only need to slap once. AGS 3-0 and 0. Got the Triforce already on Mord. Doing pretty good for himself.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, 182, second most farm in the game. Under Purple Pickle Pie.
so he's been able to go out and farm the side lanes pretty consistently.
Yeah, and we can count on Swift at the end of the day. He's all about the sideways. He manages that so well. He looks at the map as a map for pressure. He doesn't look at the map for kills. And another uncontested dragon, bringing the more dragon into mid once again. Let's see if this.
How
time
many
works.
dragons will it take to foul the first mid tower?
And this should go down. There's no.
It should only
reason to
be
split.
one. It looks like
Yep.
it's going to take 2. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
This one works
Yep.
a lot better than the last one. Oh, they have Joe in the bottom lane. She's in advantage.
Oh, the Aberrant the dragon, and I don't know if that's what you wanted though. Malzahar Pool goes out, trying to zone, trying to keep their team alive. Dragon at half health. And the Guerrilla Radio, I think they gotta retreat. They have some low health members here. Yeah, it's a little too risky with the lack of range. Albino Joe calling him out, saying to use Dragon better. Hey, Joe, they took a tower. I think.
Yeah.
I think that they got Dragon and they took a tower. I don't know what else you want from them. Dormador secures the scuttle after Dragon's been taken. He's going into the bot lane to just farm this wave.
That's been even about the gold out on these teams. Oh, that wave will net them a lot of gold.
Well, it's gonna be really awkward with him bottom because I mean they just get that for free. Oh, and they do.
I guess they
do that.
just assumed that 2 is going to go down anyway, so why not, push a wave down bot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try to get I guess they're funneling the farm into him. He's now has the Nashor's Tooth completed. He is sated.
That's going to be a lot of damage coming from Kale.
Yep. Oh, AGS0 checks the push. He had a ward there, though. Or, I think he laid it down as he
Just
towards
placed.
it.
He
Yeah,
placed
just
it as
placed
he was
it.
walking.
Yeah, but yeah, good pink ward, little bush bait there, and picking up his first death of the game. And 4 members strong in the top lane here. They're looking for tier 2 top.
Yeah, that's the thing about placing a ward. It's still technically face checking if they can just engage on you from that distance.
Yep. Oh, Zed's
Ooh.
down. Yep, in the pool. There you go. Picking up the kill on Purple Pickle Pie.
The classic Malzahar kill. Something I actually want to point out, I found pretty interesting, is just looking down. Look at the trinkets for each team.
Huh. That is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
We still have the jungler on a yellow on Wang's team.
Yep.
And we have 2 blues, 1 upgrade, 1 not. And I mean, we have the traditional yellow trinket upgrade on a top laner. But then on Gorilla Radio, we have 4 upgraded yellows. I mean, that gives you a lot of vision, but
yeah.
but it doesn't make you it doesn't let you clear vision very well. This is the one thing that is dangerous about doing that.
For WCF?
For Gorilla Radio.
Oh, with all the
WCF as well, because they only have 1 red as well.
Yeah. At least the red is upgraded though. You just gotta upgrade that
Yeah.
sweeper, man. It's so important on support to get that. But I mean, I applaud the other members getting those upgraded yellows. Upgrading
Yeah.
trinkets early on is very beneficial.
Oh yeah. I mean, I honestly though, if you're a team that's, I guess they're not behind too much.
Oh,
Yeah,
Barzo
mine's
gets
going
onto AJ0 though. He's still alive, trying to fight back, trying to do the damage. Parallel conversion locks up a few members. Wank in the back, trying to stay alive, has the ult. AJ0 still alive, and he will knock down, survives with a sliver of health. And 2 members will go down for WCF, a 1 for 2 in favor of Gorilla Radio. And they're still pushing onto this mid tower. Purple Pickle Pie is at 4th health.
I just want to point out they just engaged a 4v5.
Oh, Goosecraft, yeah, forces the flash out of Goosemaster. He also a little too early onto Thor. Instead turns around, locks him up with the Meltar ult. Purple Pickle Pie is still there in the back, able to pick the kill on Zed. Goosecraft picks kill on Cruisemaster, and Thor, will the bleed stacks get him? And they will. Double kill for Goosecraft.
What am I seeing?
Just
You're
some sloppy
seeing-
fights. You're seeing some sloppy fights.
Oh,
Zed.
You're seeing a 4v5 engage work out for the 4. And then they get a bot because their 5th was bottom the whole time.
This is, oh my goodness.
WCF, they're still pushing onto mid tower here. AJ0, he's there. He's gonna try to clear the way the best he can. Tower will go down though. No one was there to back him up.
My favorite thing about this though is I still know this game can go completely in either direction.
Oh, easily.
Without a
We've
doubt.
seen WCF get leads like this multiple times actually, and they've never been able to close.
Yeah, they're setting
But-
themselves up for a classic WCF.
Oh man. Look. WCF is like the spirit of the Batty League. And I love it.
That's true. That is a true definition of the Swain Batty League.
But who knows? I'd like to see it happen. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll have the both go 1 and 8 coming into that final week. Give them
So we
both a
have a-
reason to have these last games matter more.
We have a big ass Darius now.
Yeah. As a
Yeah.
terrifying Darius.
Yeah.
And also Echo's very slippery. He has Quicksilver and Zonias.
Oh, dude.
wow.
His
Yeah.
entire team fight is based around look at me, look at me. Too bad you
Yeah.
can't hurt me.
Yeah. Oh, Bootstrap, he gets chunked out really hard here by Gorilla Radio, but the Spirit Vintage will keep him alive barely. He'll get an ult down. Wang ults away from the Malzahar ult. And Albino Joe, he's left to bleed on his own there. No one's there to help him out. He has to pop the heal. Still running away from HS0. The Rylus slow will proc, and he'll step on a trap to stay alive. A 1
There's that
for
Quicksilver
2 for 2
ult.
actually. Oh yeah,
Wow.
Quicksilver the Melzahar ult, and then Chrono
Yep.
breaks away. Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually gotten 2. He actually butched that Quicksilver the second item though. And looks like it's working out for him, so.
Yeah, I don't know if this is. I've never seen. For one, I've never seen. For one, I don't even see AP Echo played in the jungle anymore. But if you do, this build, we gotta give this a name, man, because this is all about just being annoying. This is like an annoying Echo build.
You will never catch me.
The sneaky time kid or something. It's Zonia's and Quicksilver, really? Like, and Chrono Break, like it's literally all about like reset. Yeah, just look at me. Now I'm there. Now I'm not. Oh, now I'm invulnerable.
He's a fucking wizard, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking Wizard Echo build.
Yeah. Oh,
Time Wizard Echo.
He's trying to be like Killian. That's what's happening. Loves to be
Yeah,
like his daddy brother.
Guerrilla Radio burned that dragon down so fast. Third dragon for them. WCF, they really couldn't really do much. All they could do is throw the poke over the wall, try to dissuade them from doing the dragon, but the beefy members of Guerrilla Radio not caring at the end of the day. But where will AJ0 take his dragon buddy?
On a walk through the woods,
On the walk through the jungle, Boozcraft laying down the ward. Yeah, like you guys said, Boozcraft's in a good spot right now. He's got the Black Cleaver, he's got the Spear Visage, which actually atomizes against pretty much all of the damage threats, aside from Thor, on the enemy team. And he's got the Giant's Belt now. I assume he'd be going into like a Dead Man's Plate, or what's that other one? Is Derek's Gage, does that build out of a Giant's Belt?
Well, I'm pretty sure it does. I have never actually built the item before, so I'm not 100%.
Actually, I don't think that'd be good for him. I think
I've built it once, but I remember having to do some searching.
Yeah, you don't see it very often out of the new items that sort of came in. The other two are much more popular.
Still a good item, but
yeah.
I mean, Dead Man's Plate basically had its place carved into it, with the premier armor health item before being Randuin's being nerfed as well. And given more of a very specific identity against teams with a lot of crit.
Yep. Yeah, which would probably not be the enemy team. Not a lot of crit coming out of Guerrilla Radio.
No, not at all.
Not at all. And actually, Thor going with the Essence Reaper, which I think someone mentioned it's sort of a popular build in Fiora and Korean solo queue, but I don't see the purpose of the Essence Reaper. It doesn't seem like you use that much mana.
So the thing is that because Fiora actually wants to constantly be spamming her spells, even though the costs aren't very high, they do have a low cooldown, and a little bit of CDR does help her with her riposte. But when all of a sudden you're queuing, 5 or 6 times in a fight, your base mana pool is not very big, and so you can burn through your mana really, really fast in a sustained fight.
Ooh, Apprehend lays down an AJ0. He's stuck in the front line, still alive, still trying to sustain. Cruisemaster will go down. 3 members down from Guerrilla Radio right now, and Purple Pickle Pie and Albino Joe are in the back line, free hitting, double kill for Purple Pickle Pie. Zed is the only member left, and he'll get out with his life. So a 3 for 4 at the end of the day, 1-man advantage over to WCF, but that also means the inhib. So kind of a big takeaway for WCF now that they opened up the base. A big wave up top, but a big wave on the opposing team down bot.
Yeah, that was a great fight for them, because even though everyone was so worried about Darius, but the 2 ADs get to sit there and beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess with Mordekaiser, you kind of want to be up in the front, obviously, because you're essentially melee range, but I think AJ0 took a lot of damage he didn't want to take at the start of the fight. Got apprehended in and was sort of in that clusterfuck of a fight.
Yeah, put a lot of pain on him.
A lot of his damage comes from just that third hit. So Mordekaiser's in love when as a fight's about to start, when he can get those first 2 hits on minions, and then you run in and get that third hit on the champion, and you just make them disappear.
Yeah. Oh, that ward is not spotted out by that pink.
Oh, they canceled the teleport.
TP's canceled. I think they're just trying to delay and try to have Baron do as much damage as possible. Wang gets hit up. He actually chrono breaks back into the team. He uses his Zonia to try to take some more time here. Albino Joe got Malzahar, but he will. Oh no, he actually goes down from the Malzahar stacks, and AJ0. He will surely go down here by picking up that kill for himself. So 3 members dead for Guerrilla Radio while they tried to do the Baron.
With the pings coming out, they're actually just gonna try and end.
Yeah.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you play Time Wizard Echo. Because holy shit.
Make a guide, please. Post it on Mobifier. I need to read this guide. Tell us the secrets and how you play Wizard Echo.
I can tell you all the secrets. Be annoying as fuck.
Yeah. You're basically a Zillion Jr.
Yeah, and the 4 members strong for WWE. Hey, goes down. Never know how to pick up the kill. Double kill for himself. And they weren't able to pick up the Nexus Tower though. John Gruden will go down now. They went triple Megafly, triple kill for Thermidor. I was actually so casual, quadra kill. It was so casual, like, oh, they're just gonna take the next tower and maybe walk away. No, quadra kill.
Oh my goodness.
What is that? What do you guys think of that? Was that just overstaying? Was that getting a little too greedy there?
What upsets me most about that is not that they died, it's that they didn't even take the tower before they died.
Yeah. Now they're gonna go for Baron.
Like, out of all the Nexus towers you can damage and not kill, Nexus Tower is the worst. That one's gonna heal.
Yep. Thermidor doing a lot of damage right now to this Baron. Malzahar also does a really good job.
Joe looking for that. Oh, they must not have sight, because if he'd known, he could have queued and tried to kill that Thermidor.
Yeah.
Cruz did look like he was ready for it with the shield, but...
Yeah, and he also popped face the mountain preemptively, it looked like.
Well, I feel like a quote I made a couple weeks ago is just always relevant. No lead is unthrowable, and I love it.
Yeah, and almost for the first time this game, Guerrilla Radio has gold lead, but just barely. Down 100 gold.
Oh my.
They're down 8 to 3 towers, though. And,
yeah.
But they have 3 dragons. Dragon is live right now. They have Baron buff, but WCF, they're preemptive here. They're thinking ahead. All 5 members swarm to the Dragon Pit, and they want to try to secure this. Make sure that they don't get, or Guerrilla Radio doesn't get 5 dragons on the board. And they will. They'll pick up the 2nd dragon of the game. So Guerrilla Radio with the Baron buff, they're just trying to push out their waves, trying to keep their base alive. Like you said, Tree, that Nexus Tower is slowly regenning. What do you guys think here? What's the prerogative for WCF? How do they close this game out? Or how do they get the lead back, I guess?
I think they just need to go and siege one of the side towers.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, as right now, they have to wait the Baron buff off, obviously. It's hard to siege against the Baron, just because their minions are so strong.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they just need to go. They need to siege a side wave. They have supers coming in mid for a little bit longer. And, I mean, one Nexus turret's not going to stop supers. So, Guerrilla Radio has to be very cognizant of what's going on in the mid lane.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the poke. They have to do it while it's worked for them before they just screwed up.
Yeah, it really has. It seems like they kind of have an idea what their comp strength is, and they've used it in the past, but they've also messed up a little bit. And maybe that Nexus Tower take was a little greedy, so that kind of hurt them, especially with the giving up the Baron. I don't know. This seems like pretty classic WCF. This is a classic WCF.
If they lose this, this will be like the perfect end to this game.
The article will be finished. The last sentence will go down, and it'll go into the history books as a classic WCF.
Like, they had this game, man.
Yeah.
Yep. I think they did too. They're doing a good job of defending this tower.
So,
they have pretty good wave clear, just from Varus and Caitlyn alone. And they cannot underestimate Bootstrap right now. Like, a good apprehend on a key target probably means they're dead. You just gotta apprehend the right one.
Yeah, you gotta apprehend the right one and be ready to switch when Kale ults them.
Yep. Or just back off. They have to play around. They have to play under their tower. I don't think they want it. Oh man, they're pushing out. Oh, Varzal goes down, blocks them. Dedicate though. But Cruisemaster comes in and blocks the Q binding, sends over the wall. Lays down Malzahar also. My Wang is still alive. He had to use Zonies there. The fight's going all over the place though. Lord Cruisemaster will go down. Bootstrap's still alive in the backline. Double kill for him. He's resetting. Triple kill for him, but triple kill for Thermidor too. K ult goes down, and it will not be enough. It is, at the end of the day, it is a 3 for 4. Or, yeah, 3 for 4 in favor of WCF.
So, the entirety of that fight for the carries consisted of Purple, Picklebye, and Albino Joe running from Swift. And it was like just kiting him, trying to stay alive. So all 3 carries were out having a different fight from the rest of the team over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Thermidor just goes in. He blows up from Picklebye.
Oh my
no, double kill for Thermidor. He is huge. 13, 5 and 5 on this Kale. Defends the base. This game ain't over, boys.
Yeah.
And right there is when they suddenly remember, oh yeah, Kale does a lot of damage.
And especially
We
with
seem
that
to have
Kale
forgotten
build,
that.
we got the Satan Devourer, we got the Nashers too for the extra procs on the Satan Devourer. We have a Lich Bane.
And an Hourglass. Oh,
And
man.
another needlessly large coming in. And you know what? My bet's on it's going to be a Death Cap.
Oh, yeah. It's... Thermidor is now taking the role of primary carry on Guerrilla Radio. Agent Zero, yeah, he built a Randuin's Omen, dude. He is really there just to be a beefy frontliner at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there to just sort of pull aggro off the real carry, and that's Thermidor, man.
And it worked great last fight.
It did.
It's just that Darius got spinning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's not count on Boost Grab though. He did a really good job, got the resets in the back line.
Proving to us that helicopters are still in fact terrifying.
He actually did pick up the stairs. Huh. Cool. That's actually a really good item if he is being focused down. Right? It's kind of like a Maul of Mortius for health, and gets attack damage too, which is pretty awesome for Darius.
Yeah, no, it's a very good item. Obviously, the reason why it doesn't see put on everyone is because the passes are based on base attack damage, not a flat AD amount. But on the people that can use it, very potent.
Yeah, and he's got another Spectre's Cowl in line, which he needs. Everyone on WCF needs to start building some MR, man. Thermidor is so scary.
He's full build.
Yeah, he's full build. Albano Joe opting for a Vamp Scepter here. Well, I mean, he's going for a Bloodthirster, but I don't know if that's the right choice. Banshee Veil, something MR. I don't know. Maybe he just assumes he's not gonna get hit up by Thermidor. But he might get hit up by HN0. I think you need to build some MR. Is there an 8? Okay, Legion is finally coming out for John Gruden on Morgana. He had to build a Marilla Nomicon first, though.
Yeah.
Man, it's support main that Grand Figures.
I'm sure that grants you something too.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, yeah, the fight breaks out, so Joe just starts the fight off with a kill on Albino Joe. Bootstrap doing all he can to try to take on the backline, but it's not going to be enough. The Fiora ult is proc, double kill for him, and 3 members dead so far for WCF. Thor is on the chase. He has the red buff, purple pickle pie. The Vital's in the back, but he's not going to be enough. Thor on a killing spree, 4 members dead. Wang's the only one left alive.
Wang's going for the back door.
Time Wizard.
Wang is going for the back door. He doesn't have minions though. He's gonna get the inhib. There's no way he can win the game. Well, 3 minions. He's got 3. He's got 2 melees and a caster, but it's not gonna be enough, man. Dead timers are super long. This might be the win for Guerrilla Radio. GG, well played, coming out from Boostcraft.
I think it's gonna be close. Thor went back to stop him.
Yeah, Thor
That's a lot of damage move. They're still murdering these towers.
Yeah, and it's Wang is up. He's trying to play the Wizard Echo. He did Bob the scale ult. The towers are not dead. There's still that Nexus tower, and they have to back off. Albino Joe is up. John Gruden lands the binding on the Cruisemaster. Cruisemaster might die for free here on the retreat. And just like that, the tables have turned. Teleport top.
But Thor's there to stop him.
Yeah, this is the fight between the two reworked champions, Fiora versus Darius. Who will win? Bootstrap taking a lot of tower damage there in that encounter, and he has to back off. But he's gonna be flanked.
Thermidor's coming in on him. Yeah,
Thermidor. Oh man. Oh, Bootstrap. He's got a lot of MR, but dead over the wall. Lays down the ult on my wing. Still able to get away. But still a 1-for-1 now. Cruisemaster's gonna be up much sooner.
Holy shit.
Oh man.
this is
everything
beautiful.
I wanted.
Dragon's up. Baron's up. What are they gonna go for? Oh, they're just gonna go straight for the Baron. They don't care.
Yeah, this is the call, dude. They're gonna shred this Baron so. Look at that.
That Kale damage is insane.
Oh my god. Actually, everyone on their team is really good at neutral objectives. Like.
Oh yeah.
Are we going straight to Dragon?
Oh yeah, we're going straight to Dragon, dude. This is Dragon number 4.
They have
Purple Pickle Pie's
about Dragon.
Oh
no, they're. Oh, perfect. We get Dragon for free. All right.
And he'll be back. He'll be back for the defense. So
they just want to end the
right
game,
now.
I guess.
Don't go by.
Back. Yep. Okay. That inhib is down already in mid lane, so they're
They see
Guerrilla
one
Radio,
tower in their way, and
they
they
have
know what
Baron
they
buff
want.
now, and they have one Nexus tower to defeat here.
10 seconds Darius, 5 seconds Darius.
5 seconds Darius here. They have to just try to clear the way. They have to keep their tower alive, though. Barzo goes out and it locks up all members. WCF there to try to bring the fight through them. The kill all goes down onto Thor. Aegis here, he's just going for the Nexus. He's trying to hit the Nexus. They gotta try to kill him. From Quickfly, doing all he can, but the Nexus will go down. Guerrilla Radio.
Oh my.
Still keeping WCF winless for the season. Man, what a game.
Holy shit.
Wow. What a game.
44 minutes and 48 seconds, folks, and Guerrilla Radio picking up their second win of the season. A very hard-fought battle against WCF. Wow.
Wow.
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania is the realest.
Oh man, and that's I mean, Wang, it's Wang's birthday today. That's
Happy
birthday, Wang.
happy birthday. I mean, that's I appreciated his wizard build.
Yeah, dude.
I'm never gonna forget Wizard Echo.
Who are we pulling in here?
That's a
Thermidor.
very good-
Thermidor.
Do we need anything else?
No, just get Thermidor in here.
Thermidor.
User was
Yeah.
moved to your channel.
Welcome, Thermidor.
Congratulations.
Assuming he's here.
Hello.
I'm here.
Awesome. Kale ulted himself and he's back. So, Jungle Kale, do you play that often?
I play it a little bit, but yeah, once you get going, it's like pretty broken, but it takes a while.
Yeah.
We're going, yeah.
But you managed to reach full build. Had a solid 4K more than anyone else in the game. You were ready, and you were doing lots of damage. Tons of damage.
And
oh my kidding.
You actually had a kind of a rough early game. You went 0-2, some failed ganks. There was that one sort of botch dive in the bot. How does it feel to be behind on a Devour champion like Kale when you go 0-2? Is it, you knew it was going to be just a really tough uphill fight, but as long as your team sort of farmed it out, you knew you were going to do fine?
Yeah, we talked about it. I mean, we were like, let's just chill out, wait until I get stacks, and it worked out. I mean, at the end of the game, or in the mid of the game, I thought, hey, we're going to lose, but I guess the comeback is real.
Yeah, dude, don't call it a comeback. Wow, that is, yeah, you guys really stayed in it, and I think maybe you guys just capitalized really well on the classic WCF mistakes in the late game. Did you guys think it was over when they were pushing that last Nexus tower?
Yeah, they underestimated my damage there. I mean, the flash was a little overkill, but I was like, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, and then when they came back again, it was Caitlyn and Varus going for that inhib, and then yeah, you home guarded in and deleted them from the map. Just yeah, Riot Games, they searched the database and they just couldn't find Caitlyn or Varus in this game.
404 champion not found.
So how does that feel? Like, what was the team environment like? Was that, you guys thought you were gonna lose, thought you were gonna give up the first win to WCF, but I mean, you guys won, and so you solidify 5th seed on the season, or 5th place. Not the best, but how do you guys feel?
But
overall?
not the worst.
Not the worst. Yeah, how do you guys feel about that?
I mean, 5th place is it's all right. I mean, we wish we would have won last week. We thought we had that game, but this feels much better now that we get this win, and hopefully we'll get a win next week too.
Yeah, and that leads
even
into
with the sub. We had a sub today, tonight too.
Oh yeah, that's very true. Leading in, last question. So you guys are in the playoffs, unfortunately, but who do you think is going to be the real team to watch out for in the playoffs?
Purple, whatever what's their name?
Dark Breed?
No, the number 1 team. They're gonna be the best.
Team Salt Shaker?
They had a bad draft this last game, and they just didn't have any damage. I think they'll pull it out.
Okay. Actually, no. So second to last question. You guys play Sharkbait Hoo Ha Ha, who, like you said, maybe Saltshaker lost at Champ Select today, but they got beat by Sharkbait. Are you guys very motivated to try to melt some like playoff seed dreams here next week?
I mean, sure. I'm hoping that we have a full roster. That'll be helpful, but it's been kind of an up and down season with who's gonna be here and who's not. But yeah, I'd love to do that. Maybe we'll bring out Kale next week.
All right, Alice, any more questions?
No, I think you've covered all the questions I had.
Okay, sorry.
No, dude, you were doing your zone. I was letting you do it.
All right, well, yeah, thanks again. Congratulations, and yeah, we'll take another short stream break before we jump into the last game of the night. See you in a bit.